In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the best ways to be making MT right now in Season 6 in NBA 2K25 Myteam to help improve your guys' team or just rack up MT in Season number 6. So if you guys do find this video helpful and you guys do make more MT from these methods, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new. But the first methods I want to talk about to be making the most MT possible, it's just going to be something very light and pretty obvious, but just talking about what are the best game modes to be grinding right now to maximizing your MT made. And the first one I'd recommend that everybody should be grinding is going over to your challenges screen, going over to the NBA playoff spotlight sim, and there's actually 32,000 MT to be made really easily. It doesn't take you too much time to grind, and you're probably going to want to complete these spotlight challenges anyways to get these pink diamonds, to eventually get the free Galaxy Opals that will be getting the free Dark Matters, and eventually the free Invincible card from the NBA Finals. So you're going to want to do these challenges anyways, but as you guys can see in the third challenge of every single team, there is going to be a 2,000 MT prize for completing that last challenge, and there's 16 challenges to do, like 16 players I should say, that all have 3 challenges, but you only get the MT from the last challenge. So if you don't want the players and you just want the MT, you can go ahead and just play the last challenge game, which is going to be a 3-minute quarter game, obviously 4 quarters, and all you got to do is win the game, beat the team, and then you are going to get the 2,000 MT. So if you don't care about these players at all and you just want to make MT, go ahead and play those 16 challenges, and you're going to be able to get 32,000 MT really fast and really easy. So that's just the first thing I wanted to mention before making the most MT by just playing this game. Now, another great way to do this is going to be by playing Domination. Domination is probably one of the best game modes, if not the best, to actually just be earning the most amount of MT. If you scroll on over to the newest Domination, the one in Season 6, the one for the Dark Matter Jalen Williams, which is going to be called Out of Time Domination. And this one, you can earn if you complete the entire Domination, which is 33 games, which yes, is a lot of grinding. And if you don't feel like playing Domination, I'm going to have other game modes to grind and other stuff you guys can be focusing on to actually making MT. But if you're willing to play offline and if you're willing to play Domination, you are going to be able to make 175,000 MT pretty much guaranteed just by completing this Domination. That is worth it in my personal opinion. You can build such a good squad with 175k that puts you pretty much to almost getting like a Dark Matter Luol Deng for 175k. He's like 200k, 225. You can go buy a Dark Matter Manu Ginobili. You can go buy all these good budget cards. You can go buy a Pink Diamond Beasley, a Pink Diamond Wemby, you know, both of those cards with 175k. There is so much you can do with that amount of MT. So if you play Domination and if you also do the spotlight challenges for the new playoff spotlight sims, you're gonna be able to make 200,000 MT just like that very easily. Yes, there is quite a bit of grinding, especially when it comes to the Domination, but if you guys like playing offline, those are the two best offline modes that I would recommend grinding. Now, Triple Threat Park, I will say, is actually a really good MT making method if you guys are able to win games quickly, and if you guys are also able to find games quickly by playing in the Triple Threat Park. Now, as of right now, there's not a good win streak, so that's not really going to help you too much by making MT, but you might be able to sell like that takeover pack. You might be able to sell any cards you get from that radioactive pack, right? Because it is a full base pack, so you're gonna get some jerseys in there. You can quick sell, you know, maybe some quartz, that type of stuff that you could end up quick selling if you already have them. But that's not really the method I want to talk about when it comes to making MT. But if you guys go over to the 3v3 mode in the one where you play by yourself, not talking about the 3v3 Triple Threat Park where you play with 2 other people, but if you win the game and you rack up a lot of stats, you're basically going to be getting 800 MT per win. That's not that bad for a 3v3 mode. I mean, yes, there might be some good players in here, and yes, the games could take longer, but like realistically, this game should take no longer than 5 minutes. And if you just want to play online and you want to grind the MT the fastest way possible, I think Triple Threat Park, again, playing the 3v3 mode where you use your 3 cards against another person's 3 cards, I do think is probably one of the best ways to make MT, because also you're going to be able to stack those wins in the in the Season 6 Park Concours, because as you guys can see, at 5 wins, that's going to get you a Fan Favorites Deluxe pack, but then at 10 park wins, that's going to be 10,000 MT, so you got to add that to your total. But then as you're grinding through, you're going to get great stuff along the way. For example, 25 park wins gets you a 95 plus pack. At 50 wins, you're going to get 25,000 MT. At 75 wins, you're going to get a Hall of Fame badge option pack, which you do get to pick 3 HOF badges from. And then at 100 wins, you get a guaranteed Galaxy Opal from the Fan Favorite set. At 150 wins, you're going to get 5 more Hall of Fame badges. At 200 wins, you're going to get 50,000 MT. I know this is a ton of wins and, again, a lot of grinding, but you get some really good stuff in here. 250 wins is for a Dark Matter pack. 400 wins is for 2 legend badges. And then if you do get the 400 wins, you're also going to be getting this dark matter option pack where you get to pick between 3 different cards. So in the grand scheme of things, if you want to grind an online game mode, the best one to do by far is Triple Threat Park, in my personal opinion, because 800 MT per game, and let's just say you're going to do the 400 wins, right? Obviously that's a ton of grinding, but let's say you do the 400 wins, right? You take 400, you times that by 800. Now there's going to be some games you lose and you're also going to get MT for that, but just off the wins alone, you're going to be making 320,000 MT just by getting the 400 wins. Now that is a lot of wins, but you got to remember, that's actually winning the 400 games. So let's say you lose 100 of those along the way, right? And I don't know how much you get for a loss, but you probably get like at least 200 to 300 for a loss. So if we say 250, that's another 25k added on there. You're probably making 350k MT just by playing Triple Threat Park in season number 6. Again, that's also not including the 10,000 plus 25k, so that's 35k, so another 85,000. Like, you're gonna make over 400,000 MT and get really good rewards from grinding Triple Threat Park. So if you guys are an online player and you like playing 3v3, I think that's probably the best game mode to be grinding, is the Triple Threat Park. But if you're more of an offline player, I would definitely recommend Domination and also the new NBA playoff spotlight sim challenges. So just want to talk there quickly about some game modes and which ones are the best to be grinding with. Now the next thing I want to talk about is going to be when it comes to the Tuesday content, because if we go back over to our challenges screen and we go to season 6 challenges, this is just something I want to let you guys know, you know, when it does actually release. For example, tomorrow, today's Monday when you guys are seeing this video, but tomorrow we're going to be getting these Flash 4 challenges. And in these Flash 4 challenges, we're going to get some challenges like this for the Sixers and the Wizards, where you have to win a game using 13 76ers players and win a game using 13 Wizards players. And what happens to those cards' prices is once those challenges get released, those players' prices will become extremely expensive. I'm not 100% sure how much they go for right now, but Wizards players on Tuesday were up to like 5,000 MT, 4,500, 4,000 MT. They might not be as expensive right now, but just want to give you guys a heads up. That's a great way to make MT every Tuesday, is whatever challenges do release, go check your collection. Like for example, if it's the Celtics tomorrow, right? I don't know what teams it's going to be. I don't know what cards it's going to be, but let's say it's the Celtics, right? Go over to your collection and see if you have any sellable Celtics cards. And if you do, make sure you're selling them on those Tuesdays. It's a good way to capitalize on some extra cards in your collection that maybe you haven't sold onto. Or sorry, cards that you've maybe held on to and you want to sell for some profit. Just a quick little tip there, not really anything that, you know, crazy to talk about, but I do think it's a way that you guys can make some extra MT every single Tuesday just by checking your collection. Now, something that I'm not too great at and that I don't personally like doing, and that's going to be sniping, but there is a good amount of MT to be made by sniping on the auction house. A good filter right now is probably the dark matter filter, because dark matters have recently, you know, gone back up in price to basically 100,000 MT. So what you can do, again, not my favorite personal thing to do just because I find it very boring, but if you sit on this dark matter snipe filter, anything that pops up that you think is a good card, for example, if you see like a dark matter Michael Beasley, right, that's obviously like best of the best pulls, but if you see like a dark matter Luol Deng, a dark matter Alex Starr, even like a dark matter Gordon Hayward, a dark matter Joe Johnson, cards that go for more than 100,000 MT, you're going to be able to make MT off of that just by sniping those cards if somebody does put them up for 100k or less. Now you can do this with other filters in a promo set. So let's say you want to snipe Galaxy Opal cards in the new if you want to snipe Galaxy Opal cards in the new Pantheon set, what you guys can do is go over to Pantheon and find out how much does the lowest Galaxy Opal card go for in this Pantheon set, and probably like 20k would be my guess, maybe 25,000 MT. The market does seem pretty high for Galaxy Opal cards, so this could be a great time to actually do this, right? Because you can see 23,000 MT is the lowest Galaxy Opal card. Now you can figure out the math exactly on a 10% tax. You know, if it's 23k, what's the amount do you need to snipe for to actually make profit? Let's just say it's 19,000. I don't know what's the exact amount, but now what you guys can do is sit here on 19,000 MT snipe filter for the Galaxy Opal cards, and any single Galaxy Opal you see is going to be a snipe. And if you hit a Miles Turner, that's going to make you a lot of MT. I just want to let you guys know the sniping is a way that people make MT. Now, it's not for me, and it's something that I'm personally not going to do, but it's just another way, again, just kind of adding on to the other game modes you're grinding, adding on to selling stuff on Tuesday is a way you guys can make MT. And kind of sticking with the talking about the market, I want to let you guys know on a, not secret, but a way that you guys can potentially save MT and also make MT. So these Galaxy Opal cards right now, for example, we talk about Galaxy Opal Dino Raja. He is really expensive. Is there none up on the auction house? Really? There's no Dino Rajas up, or is my game just glitched? Like, there is literally no Galaxy Opals up on the auction house. I don't know what's going on, but like Galaxy Opals are extremely high in price. Antoine Jameson is 50,000 MT. This card over the weekend was 25k. So what you guys should be doing is on Sundays and Mondays, if you guys have Galaxy Opal cards, sell them. And what you can do to actually make MT is buy some of these cards that I'll talk about and then go ahead and sell them on a Sunday and a Monday. So the best time to buy is going to be when the new super packs come out at around maybe like they come out 11 a.m. Eastern time, but Tuesday night, maybe past 5 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time, tomorrow on Tuesday will be a really good time, for example, to go buy a Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Because if you look at Beasley's price right now, right, if you go to the auction house, he's about like 60k, and he was even cheaper yesterday on Sunday. He was like 75k, but right now he looks to be about 60 to 65,000 MT, potentially even more. And on Tuesday, I would not be surprised if this card goes down to 45, 50,000 MT, and then on a Sunday or on a Monday, you can go ahead and sell this card for profit. Same thing with Dino Raja, same thing with a card like Tyler Hansbrough, for example. He's 50k. This card, if you were to buy him, again, either Tuesday or over the weekend, because the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, those cards do go down in price quite a bit. It's a really good idea to do that, honestly. Like, I think you can make a lot of MT from doing that with cards like Tyler Hansbrough, cards like Dino Raja, cards like Beasley, even cards like Dr. J. Right, you go take a look at Pink Diamond Dr. J. Right now, he's back up to what? 50,000 MT, 45k? Like 44,000 MT right there for Pink Diamond Dr. J. I would not be surprised if this card at some point hits 25, 30k, whether it's Tuesday night or whether it's over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then look to sell Monday, or I would say look to sell Sunday night or Monday kind of afternoon as well. As I'm recording this video, that's when the cards are at their highest. So that could also be a great way to make MT, is buying low and selling high. So buy low on a Tuesday night when Galaxy Opal and Pink Diamond cards go down in price, and then sell high when they're back up in price on a Sunday night or a Monday. A great way to make MT, in my personal opinion, and something I'm probably going to start doing here on the No Money Spent account. I think it's a great way to make MT. Now, the last thing I kind of want to talk about is going to be badging up cards. Now, this doesn't really work as much as it used to in past 2Ks, but what you guys can do to make some MT is by grinding out badges. Now, there is a lot of ways to get badges in this game. For example, legend badges are the highest tier badges, and if you grind it for the Dark Matter Rust, you can exchange this Dark Matter Rust into here, and then you can obviously just add another diamond card, and you're gonna be able to get a legend badge. And if you are stacking up legend badges, and if you're stacking up Hall of Fame badges, which I'm not on my No Money Spent account because I don't really have any badges, I have no legend, I have no Hall of Fames, but if you're able to get a ton of legend badges, and if you're able to get a ton of Hall of Fame badges, what you guys can do with the newest and best cards in this game, you can add all of these Hall of Fame and legend badges to those cards and then sell them for a profit. I might make a separate video talking about it, because you do kind of have to go more in depth with it, and I don't want to keep you guys here for too long on this video, but I hope you guys did find this video helpful. With the badge up method, you basically just have to find a top tier card that comes out, and you want to do this with the newest cards possible. So Michael Beasley would have been the best card to do this with probably as of late. What you would do is Friday night or Friday, you would try to buy this card for as cheap as you could get him for, maybe 500k, 550k, you know, over the weekend potentially, and then you add all of your legend badges to this card, and then you sell them later on during the week, and then you're gonna be able to make a lot of MT, because people are gonna want a badged up Michael Beasley. So you probably could have bought this card, you know, the weekend he came out in the prime set, you probably could have bought this card for 550k, and then you waited till the next week, which would have been last week, obviously, because we got the new Pantheon set this past weekend. But if you go like a week ago today, for example, or a week ago in 3 days, like on a Wednesday, if you had 20 legend badges saved up, or you had 10 legend badges and 10 more Hall of Fame badges to add to this card, and then you sold them, you probably could sell them for like a million MT and make like 500k profit by selling up a badge Beasley. So I might make a separate video if you guys want to see that. Let me know in the comment section down below, kind of going more in depth and detail on that, how to get badges, and also how to do that method properly. But that's just another way that I want to talk about. And then the last thing, I mean, it's really simple, but just in some of these game mode rewards, you're gonna be able to make some MT. For example, whether the triple threat offline, there's 5,000 there, there's 25k. It's just by grinding the game, but that's obviously something that's very simple and that you guys will do as you just progress through the mode. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys know any other ways to be making MT right now in my team. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Help each other out in the comments, and if you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer as many as possible. Well, again, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys find it helpful and you're able to make some MT, maybe some methods you guys didn't know about, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.